Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Bible Basics. This is the video series here on YouTube where we step up to like a 30,000 foot view and look at the Bible in its entirety, book by book, because God is weaving together a singular story of redemption through the entire Bible. From Genesis to Revelation, God has a plan, a purpose, and a story for these words that He's given us throughout the years. And that is mainly that Jesus was sent to die on the cross in our place so that we could be saved and know God. And so we see throughout the entire Bible, the Old Testament and New Testament, that people really kind of suck, that we suck. And the Bible teaches that we've all fallen short of the glory of God and we deserve God's wrath. We see that in the Old Testament, this pattern where the people of God would turn away from God, and then there would be consequences for their sin, but then God would bring them back in and say, hey, I love you, I forgive you, keep your eyes focused on me and I'm gonna take care of you. And then eventually, of course, they take their eyes off of Jesus and they go through some more hardship. And then Jesus comes in the New Testament and we have life through Jesus' death on the cross, and we have the Holy Spirit, but we still have that struggle. We're prone to turn away from God, but God has given us everything we need to read His Word and to grow to be more like Jesus. So let's dive into the book for today of Judges. So Judges is a really exciting book in the Old Testament, and it's part of the history collection of books. Now we get to see on full display the people of God turning from God. It's this pattern that they have where they turn away from God, they suffer the consequences for their sin and rebellion against God, and then ultimately God will bring them back in and rescue them and forgive them and let them know that He loves them. But ultimately they continue this cycle time and time again. So what's unique about the book of Judges is throughout this pattern that I'm talking about, God actually raises up people and appoints them as judge over Israel, and He empowers those individuals to deliver the people of God from their adversaries. Now, one of the most notable judges is Samson. God empowered him and appointed him as judge to rescue the people of Israel from the Philistines. And what I think is so interesting about Samson's story is that Samson was not a perfect man. A lot of times, even within his own journey of being a judge and rescuing the people of God, he oftentimes took his eyes off of God to focus on things of the world. But you still see that God used him to deliver His people. And so that's just such a good message about how God can use us no matter how broken and jacked up that we are. God has decided to allow us to be part of His story. And that's such an honor. And a lot of times we think that, oh, we've got to do better, we've got to be better, but that's not what it's all about. Grace and the gospel is all about what Jesus can do through broken vessels. And so we need to remember that when we approach the Bible, when we approach God's presence and worship, that God is not looking for perfection. He's simply looking for people who are willing to be used, to say, Lord, here I am, please send me, I'm gonna go, I'm willing to step out in faith and do whatever it is you've called me to do. Now, another one of my favorite judges is Deborah. It is a female judge that God appointed to rescue His people from the Canaanites. And what's so amazing and what I love about Deborah's story is that she is bold and brave to go and believe that God is faithful to His promise to deliver His people. And after God delivers them, she leads the people in worship. And worship is dear to my heart. And so I love that story as well. And I love that it is in our Bible. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it's encouraged you. The book of Judges is such an interesting and good read. So I encourage you, you'll see a lot of brokenness in there, from the people of God even to the judges themselves taking their eyes off of God. But you know what? That's our story too. We're all broken, jacked up people that need Jesus. And so I encourage you to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can keep up to date with all of the different videos coming out. And I'll see you for the next video. Peace out.